and go for it. And if she has a little trouble, we have 5 other kids that'll step up and help her. I think Liz got a beautiful floor routine. The movements that she does is unbelievable. Watching her do floor makes me want to go buy a ticket.
Well, she is worth the price of admission. Last year as a rookie at these championships, over 3 days of competition, she scored 8 9-9s. Unbelievable. But this year, though, Julianne, the consistency just hasn't been there.
Well, it's impossible in a sport like gymnastics to be perfect all the time. Like John Spini said, the difference between great and a good performance is so minute. And I think that she's lost a little bit of her confidence. She's had some falters this season. And I think as she regains her confidence, she'll regain the consistency. I've talked a lot about UCLA's choreography, and Arizona State also has excellent choreography. Their assistant coach, Kristen Smith, who's a dancer herself.
Well, that routine should win her back some confidence. Kim Arnold, the last competitor on beam for Georgia. Remember, the Gym Dogs have 1 fall, so they need Arnold to hit this routine.
And talk about taking risks. This routine is packed full of difficulty. Back handspring, 2 layouts. Beautiful.
Arnold, the SEC beam champion.
Little tiny bobble on that full turn. Gainer, back handspring, immediate jump. She needs to hit this punch front. Coming up right here. Perfect. Another difficult tumbling sequence, round out back handspring layout. Beautiful. Nice jump combination into that fish flop.
Kim Arnold, also a 4.0 student at Georgia.
It's very impressive how aggressive she is. No stops. Double back dismount. A great exercise.
So Georgia survives the beam. And that brings Georgia Athletic Director Vince Dooley to his feet.
She's got a lot of power in her legs, good height. Her shoulders were just a tiny bit out of line. A little bit again here on that full turn.
A 9.825 for Kim Arnold. And a 9.9 for Reed, and that'll help Arizona State move up. So halfway through the competition, the Sun Devils are in 3rd, narrowly trailing Florida. Georgia has opened up its lead a bit with their best events still to come.
What in the world?
Dad took it when you walked me to school that first day, remember?
It's amazing you didn't hate me forever for making you wear those galoshes.
You've always tried to protect me, Mom. That's why I bought that extra life insurance. When Dad died, I found out a funeral can cost over $6,000. I never want to leave that kind of burden on you.
If you're a man or woman between the ages of 45 and 75, the Mutual of Omaha companies have a guaranteed life insurance plan that fits you perfectly. It can cost you as little as 29 cents a day, and it's guaranteed in 5 ways. Your payments will never increase. Your benefits will never decrease. There are no health questions. You don't even have to take a physical. You can't be turned down, and it can't be canceled, ever. Call toll-free for your free information. There's no risk or obligation. Call 1-800-351-7900. Operators are available. Call now. 1-800-351-7900.
You know, I thought every deodorant worked the same. Till I tried longer-lasting, high-endurance from Old Spice. Nothing stronger at stopping odor longer. If you do this or this, you're gonna sweat. But high endurance will help you stop odor better than any other deodorant. It has a 24-hour formula that evaporates less quickly, so it lasts longer. Guaranteed. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT, and they'll buy you a stick of yours. Take the challenge, because this is more than the best deodorant. It's the high endurance of deodorants. And give this Pure Sports scent a shot.
I don't care how much friction there is between us and our parents right before college. Most of us know that they'll miss us, and that they're sad when we go. But that's nothing compared to the way they feel if we don't come back.
Monday on The Godfather of all late shows, Elle McPherson and John Favreau. The Late Show on the Monday you can't refuse.
Welcome back to Pauley Pavilion in the 1998 NCAA Women's Gymnastics Championships. We are halfway through the competition. The Georgia Gym Dogs hold the lead, followed by Florida and Arizona State. And there were other champions crowned here at the NCAAs. Kim Arnold, for the second year in a row, captured the all-around title.
Well, it's so impressive to repeat an all-around performance. We talk about expectation. She does have a lot of expectation on her, and through it all, she has not only kept up with it, but she has improved. She's known for her power. Best displayed here on the floor exercise.
On vault, Florida's Susan Hines and Stanford's Larissa Fontaine shared the title, both scoring highs of 9.8625.
Again, Fontaine benefiting from that Yurchenko vault. She performs it with a half twist.
For Hines, who has had a couple of perfect scores here, it was her second consecutive vault championship.
The first one was just kind of, I wasn't really expected to win, and this year there was just a lot of pressure building up until the moment, and this one's sweeter, definitely.
The new national champion on bars is UCLA's Heidi Moneymaker.
She has a beautiful swing. She's a very consistent performer, which is a definite requirement on this event. She likes competing at home.
I've been really confident on bars lately, and I knew I could hit the routine. I knew that it was a matter of sticking to dismount. On top of hitting one of the best routines of my life, I had this amazing crowd behind me, and no better place to do it than at home.
3 gymnasts tied for the beam title: Kim Arnold, teammate Jenny Bethard, and Florida's Betsy Hom.
And it's very rare to see a move like this. Full twisting laid out backflip. Jenny Bethard tumbles her way to victory. Last year she was the bars champion. This year she's crowned as one of the beam champions. Very impressive on 2 different disciplines.
Beam clearly not a problem for the Gym Dogs this year, as Kim Arnold joins Bethard as a champion, and for them this victory was especially sweet.
We've had some troubles in the past with beam, and we got a new coach, Lori Strong, was our coach on beam this year, and she did a wonderful job with us. I mean, we had 5 of the 10 people in beam finals, and that is just amazing. And for Jenny and I both to be beam national champions is awesome.
And awesome was the perfect word to describe Stella Ume and Karen Litchie, the co-champions on floor.
And Karen Litchie has been such a big piece to the puzzle for the Georgia victory. She's just an overall great gymnast. Georgia dominated in this competition, winning 4 individual titles. That's amazing in a sport at this level.
And here's some of Stella Ume's floor performance, the same routine that earned her a 10 in the team competition.
And I am in awe of her power. But most of all, she is the epitome of what gymnastics is all about.
So Ume starts and finishes her collegiate career with floor titles.
It was great when I did it my freshman year, but I didn't really understand the impact of it. And going out like this, it's very emotional. It holds like my entire college career in one little pocket.
And when we come back, the Georgia Gym Dogs try to hang on to their lead as we get set for the second half of the competition.
You can't control Mother Nature. Experts report that weather patterns are changing fast, making it harder for anyone to say, a flood can't happen to me. In fact, in the last few years, floods have hit all 50 states. Thousands of victims learned too late that homeowners insurance doesn't cover floods, but National Flood Insurance does. Even weather experts can't outsmart Mother Nature. So call your insurance agent, or for free information, call this number now.
That's a very ugly dandelion. If you're going to find a dandelion anywhere around here, it's going to be in the neighbor's yard, not mine. I can't stand weeds in my yard of any sort. I use the Scott's Turf Builder Plus 2. It's going to give you a strong root system like this to not allow any weeds to grow up in between it. The lawn is very thick and luxurious, and it's a lot of fun to just run around barefoot. I use Scott's Turf Builder Plus 2 to keep my lawn looking beautiful, and it really works. It's too bad my neighbor didn't. I beat the dandelions.
It's the way we welcome the sun, with 35 sunblock. The way the best water now mostly comes in bottles. It's the way we make time for exercise and like to enjoy reading. Today, more and more people are finding reasons to live healthier. That's why Subway offers 7 subs, each under 6 grams of fat. Because when you're through surfing, you might want to put on a bathing suit. Subway, it's the way a sandwich should be.
I still remember getting my first candy from my grandfather. It was Werther's Original, and I was 4. I remember opening that golden wrapper and then that first taste. Sweet and creamy and just plain good. I felt I was really somebody special when Grandpa gave me his wonderful butter candy. Now I'm the grandfather.
And what else would I give my grandson but Werther's Original?
He's somebody special, too.
The stars are shining in L.A. Florida's Susan Hines with a perfect 10 on vault. Another 10 from UCLA's Stella Ume on the floor dazzled the crowd. But the defending national champions began with a less than stellar performance on beam. And as they fell, Georgia rose to the challenge, securing their lead in the quest for the title. Welcome back to Pauley Pavilion and the 1998 NCAA Women's Gymnastics Championships. Andrea Joyce along with Julianne McNamara. Julianne, Georgia has blasted through the first half of this competition, and they already have the tough event, beam, out of the way.
Well, that's exactly right. Last year's balance beam is what lost them the championship. This year, I think it's what is going to win them the championship. They have a new inner strength. They're very calm, very confident. They're still taking all the risks.
And now it'll be up to the others to try and catch Georgia. There's Alabama. The Crimson Tide is currently in 4th place, but still in striking distance. Now in the 4th rotation, Arizona State and Florida have byes. Wendy is standing by with Florida coach Judy Markell.
After these first two events, your team doesn't look like they're feeling the pressure. They've been very consistent.
Thanks. I think we feel more of a challenge than a pressure. You know, I think they're pretty excited. And now, you know, my challenge is going to be to settle them down just a little bit before balance beam, because I think you need to be calm and, you know, feel confident going into beam. But, yeah, so far so good.
So while Florida sits, UCLA moves to the vault. Here's Lena Degteva.
Yurchenko, laid out position with a half twist. Nice vault.
Degteva, 21 years old, from Ukraine, the Soviet junior champion when she was 12 years old.
I like to watch her. She's got perfect form, even points her toes in the air.
Degteva scores a 9.9 for the Bruins. Over at the uneven bars, Danielle McAdams will try to pick up some ground now for Alabama.
And this is usually a good event for Alabama. She'll do a giant hop full. Watch her hand. She actually completely releases the bar. Different than that, which was a giant full right into a big high release move. Watch this dismount. She's going to do a half pirouette right here and snap off into a back tuck.
As you mentioned, Julianne, this should be a good rotation for Alabama. They're ranked second in the country on the bars, second to Georgia. And McAdams scores a 9.85 for the Crimson Tide. Julie Ballard up now on floor for Georgia. She's a junior. Her brother Stephen is an assistant coach on the team.
Her first pass is a double pike back. There's some front tumbling, front layout. Immediate front pike.
Julie is nationally ranked on the floor, 11th in the country. She's majoring in recreation and leisure. Nothing leisurely, though, about her gymnastics career.
She does an interesting last tumbling run. 1.5 twists. She'll punch immediately into a punch front.
Julie Ballard, one of only 2 seniors on this Georgia team, looking for her first national title. And there's a hug from her brother, Stephen. Here's Utah's sensational freshman, Shannon Bowles. She is a great beam worker. At the U.S. Nationals last year, she placed 4th.
Mounts with a front flip. Right into her tumbling sequence. Back handspring, layout, back handspring.
We talked earlier about Utah's dominance in the 90s. 4 titles, 9 NCAA titles overall. They failed to make the Super 6 last year, but Greg Marston has to be looking forward to the next couple of years with this young woman.
Definitely, and I think that is what's going on with Utah. They're in a rebuilding period, and they've got a real bright spot here with Shannon Bowles.
Shannon Bowles will compete before a home crowd at the championships next year, assuming that Utah is in the championship competition. they will host the NCAAs.
Gainer full twist dismount.
Julie Ballard with a 9-9 on the floor, and Georgia is not letting up. And a 9-9 for Bowles as well. Still to come, we've seen one perfect score from Stella Ume. Will we see another? And we'll see Georgia's Kim Arnold in one of her best events, the floor.
I have a lot of fun playing characters that are impulsive and dramatic, because the real me is pretty basic. I'm even a little practical. Like a while back, I noticed I had some flakes. So naturally, I started using Head & Shoulders. Of course, it helps keep the flakes away. And if it leaves my hair looking like this, why mess with a good thing?
Head & Shoulders changes dandruff problems
Into beautiful hair.
After 3 kids and 2,197 sleepless nights, what's the last thing Ray's wife wants to hear?
I want another baby!
It's the surprise announcement of the season.
What have you been smoking?
Will Deborah get with the program?
Why don't we have 10 more and move into a shoe?
All new Raymond after Cosby on the CBS Monday you can't refuse. Just 1 week before the wedding of the year.
Surprise!
And Fran's deep dark secret is revealed.
You almost married my brother?
See ya.
All new Nanny, CBS Wednesday.
The address is CBS. Welcome home.
Hi, I'm Jim Palmer. Right now, first mortgage rates are lower than they've been in years. It's a great time to refinance, but some lenders can keep you waiting for weeks. And that means you could miss out on major savings, but you don't have to. Call the Money Store. They'll take your application over the phone with no waiting. So don't take chances. If you're a homeowner, call 1-800-LOAN-YES now, even if you have less than perfect credit. The Money Store, where America goes for money.
There was no stop, you know, it was overboard, you know, it was drinking till I was sick and throwing up and swearing I would never do it again.
When you need help, Charter is here, and you can call us anytime. Charter is more than just a hospital. We have lots of treatment options and lots of ways to make them work for you, whether it's days, after work, or on weekends.
I got hope when I wanted the treatment that there was actually a way to stop.
If you have a problem with alcohol or drugs, don't wait to call. If you don't get help at Charter, please get help somewhere.
I'm Carol Cavazos. Welcome home, Arizona, to CBS 5 News.
UCLA's Stella Ume set to vault. This last collegiate meet has been an emotional roller coaster for her. A fall on the beam and then a 10 on the floor.
A 9.9 here would be a perfect score because Yurchenko full valued at that. Not every vault starts at a 10.0.
Stella's mother, Patsy, in much better spirits now than she was when this competition began.
And why not? Her daughter just performed an incredible vault. Beautiful height, good distance. What a landing.
And there it is. That is a perfect score for that vault, a 9-9, and that matches Ume's career high. Over to the bars now, senior Merritt Booth up for Alabama. Coach Sarah Patterson says athletes like Merritt are important in and out of the gym.
There's always been role models for the men. There's always been football and basketball players, baseball players, and on the collegiate level, I don't think there's always been that. And I think that parents are looking for role models for their children, and I think that's what we've done in the Tuscaloosa community and in the surrounding areas. I'd like to think that our athletes emulate what's important about college gymnastics. They're great students, they're great citizens, and they're tremendous athletes, and I don't think that you can ask for anything more.
And she could not have asked for any more from this young woman. Merritt Booth, a psychology